Boom! There we are. We are live. Live in the same place we did the last one. Still live. So, some people had a hard time getting on this. I apologize for that. It's been a little rough. Nicole B, man, what's up? I know it's rough. Had to wait till the weigh-in. Wanted to see what everything looked like a little bit. Garcia all day. I see that. I like Danny Garcia. I've never rooted against Danny Garcia. But I just don't see how he could beat Keith Thurman. He doesn't have the size, I think, to beat Keith Thurman. But he does possess something Keith Thurman doesn't have. He's very sharp and very solid when it comes to standing his ground. His legs are always in position. Danny Garcia has power at 140 pounds when he's fighting another guy that's 140 pounds. Keith Thurman's a full-fledged middleweight. Danny Garcia is not barely a welterweight. He can hit Keith Thurman with that left hook. I don't think he'd go anywhere. And if Keith Thurman don't respect his power, it could be a long night for Danny Garcia. Everybody counts Danny out, and he's been counted out in a lot of fights, and he's always come up on top. But I'm going to explain to you the styles and everything. I'll be right back. I was going to do this video on the road. Collazo hurt him with a body shot because Collazo is a fighter that goes up and down. Meaning that he goes upstairs and he goes downstairs. Yes, Tyrone Bradley, we're live. This is an ugly shirt. This is a fly shirt. This is my ghost shirt from Power. So the chicks could think I'm Ghost. You're like, Ghost, babe. So, anyway, what Keith Thurman does is Keith Thurman has terrible legs, terrible leg work, terrible footwork in the ring when it comes to boxing. His feet are all over the place. He has a very hard head. He ducks it down. He comes in and he believes in his power. He's improved a lot on becoming a better boxer as far as being active with his jab. Danny Garcia doesn't use his jab. Danny Garcia is a counter puncher. His thing is to use your aggression and your offense against you. He looks for the opening. He takes his eyes off the target. Never. He fights just the way you're taught how to fight in the amateurs. Danny Garcia keeps his ground. He's always in a position to punch. And when you think you're there, all Danny Garcia punches have power. He doesn't know how to really take something off. That's why he gasses out when the fight gets a little late. That's why I think Keith Thurman's going to stop him when the fight gets past like 9 or 10 rounds. In that 10 to 12 round range, that's when I think Keith Thurman would take the fight from Danny Garcia. The size, the strength will be too much for Danny to deal with at that point, especially if he hasn't hurt Keith. And you're going to have to go to Keith's body. And that's something Danny's going to have to figure out how to do. Danny throws maybe 3-4 body punches a fight. That's not going to cut it here. You're going to have to show Keith Thurman that you're willing to go to his body, go up top, the whole nine. See, when he comes in, Danny Garcia keeps his defense. His defense is pretty solid. You know, as far as, you know, from the beginning, he's not going to block a jab, but he likes to catch punches with his gloves. So if he catches Keith's punch, he's going to try to come with a double hook to the body, then come up top to the head. Or try to come with a straight power left hook to the head and right hand. He'll set the right hand up. He's really good at setting a trap for the right hand. He can catch Keith all day with those shots. But Keith is willing to eat those shots to get his offense off. He'll walk through that, especially if he feels like you can't hurt him. Keith will walk right through it and keep coming and putting pressure on Danny Garcia and trying to make him fight off the back foot. But Danny is very good with movement in the ring, being patient. But Danny's not good with a fighter that's going to push him to go backwards. If you push Danny Garcia to go backwards, it's a difficult fight because Danny's legs are not as mobile as Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman has very active legs. He moves around. It's just that in the boxing ring, they're not always set when he punches. He just has heavy hands. Keith Thurman is blessed with heavy hands and power. So if he hits you on the top of here, it can hurt you. He hits you here, it can hurt you. He can daze you. He hits like a tank. He hits like a full-fledged middleweight. Danny Garcia has not faced anything like that. He's faced smaller guys and had trouble with him. And in the later rounds, he fades because he puts so much on his punches, he don't know how to take something off of him. He's winded by the time he gets to those type of rounds. So I think one time is going to win the fight. I don't see Danny Garcia really having enough to keep him off because you need to stop watching Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith watches me. What is you talking about? Stephen A. Smith watches me. He don't know nothing about this. You see Charlemagne stealing everything I did. His whole donkey of the day is everything I talked about in the video last night. I'm like, come on, man. Be original. Let people know you're not stealing from me. Now, boom. This is how Danny Garcia can win. Danny Garcia can win the fight if he goes to Keith's body and hurt Keith Thurman in the body. He has to surprise him and do something he don't do. When he goes to his left, boom. I know. K. Slay is talking live about beefs once I put out a video about K. Slay having beef with Jay-Z. You see what Hot 97 did? They talked K. Slay into doing that because they looked at my videos and saw how I was killing and slaying it on there. The truth behind hip hop beats, and they got K. Slay in there. Now they want to come with this K. Slay talk beefs on Hot 97. Come on. Nobody's dumb. Now, boom, boom, boom. When Keith Thurman drops his hand, because Keith Thurman has a very lazy jab. He throws one out there that's pretty stiff, but it's lazy and it's low. It's not committed. He doesn't step into it. He doesn't step into his jab at all. So if his jab comes low like this, like he normally does, and Keith keeps his head up a little bit, if Danny cracks him with that right hand over the top in the early rounds, he needs to be aggressive and assertive early. If he catches Keith Thurman with that early, he could turn the fight around. Danny don't need a lot of head movement. See, that's what people make a mistake. When you use so much head movement, you're doing all this and that, and you're getting yourself tired. You're wearing yourself out. Danny Garcia is grounded. Sometimes you don't have to use you don't have to use that. If you stand your ground, and that's where people seek safety. Right there in the heart of danger. Danny Garcia is the king of that. He made his career in the amateurs winning tournaments by staying close to his opponent and being okay there under fire. He looks for the opening and he turns on his shots very well. Boom! He sees the opening, he closes. It's like closing a door. Mm-hmm. When he throws his hook, boom! He turns on the hook. That's why I have so much force. And everybody thinks, well, he wasn't looking when he threw that. He was like, Danny Garcia turned on it. And Danny's a one-punch guy. He'll set everything up based on one shot to get you hurt. He'll turn on the shot, make it short, boom. And that's it. But I don't think it's going to happen. He's going to turn on that shot, boom, hit Keith with it, and Keith going to be, all right, boop, boop, boop. That ponytail going to be flying around. Thanks, Anthony. That's funny. Well, Danny's going to fight in the booth. But that's where he's going to need to, because that's where he can get to Keith's body. Keith's going to stay on the outside. If he stay on the outside, Keith Thurman will kill him. Because Keith Thurman can 1-2 him to death. Touch him with that jab a couple of times, go to Danny's body. Danny's going to be tired from throwing body punches and being forced to go back a lot. If he hurts, Danny Garcia is going to be with an overhand right. The overhand right is going to hurt Danny Garcia. When Keith Thurman ducks down, boom, and swings that overhand right over Danny Garcia's punch and catch Danny with that off a feint, Danny be too shook up. Finally, they got Porter a fight against Berto. Congratulations. They gave him another small welterweight to fight. He'll steamroll Berto, and then they can get the rematch with Keith Thurman and Sean Porter. Well, I actually know about boxing, so I can give a breakdown and assessment of both fighters. I've seen both of them fight enough. You can see Keith Thurman's footwork is really terrible, but he's gotten better. His conditioning has gotten better. And you tell me who takes body shots well. A lot of people don't take body shots well. But you're going against a guy in Danny Garcia who don't jab enough and he don't throw enough body shots. That's alarming. Especially fighting a guy that's bigger and stronger than you. See, this is the thing. Danny Garcia has slow feet, but his feet don't stay too far apart, and they're always in a position to throw a powerful punch. So he doesn't really back up too much. He's normally a come-forward fighter. Now, you've seen Robert the Ghost Guerrero bag Danny Garcia up a couple of times and make it very uncomfortable for him and roughed him up a little bit. Kell Brook is my favorite welterweight right there. And let's talk about the Chad Dawson fight. Chad Dawson going up against Chicago's very own, the man that's coming off the ground, Fonfara. That's a fight that's hard to pick because I would have taken Chad Johnson any day of the week. But with Fonfara, I don't know. Because Chad I don't know what he's been since he won the fight and he got robbed. I haven't seen him in the ring since. But Fonfara, he just got knocked out in his last fight by the guy who knocked out Bernard Hopkins. And now he's finna go ahead and fight Chad Dawson. So, yeah, thank you, Lamont. That was funny. But now these two finna square off, so it's kind of like tit for tat, who's gonna win and this and that. Boop, 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 boop. But I think Fonfara's got too much firepower. He's been more active, so I'm gonna take him. Chad has been downhill since Andre Ward. You're not kidding. Since the Andre Ward fight, he's really been down, but the fight with Stevenson really broke him because he lost so much weight coming down the fight. Andre Ward, that when he went back to his weight class, he just was not the same. Well, thank you, Courtney, for realizing Kell Brook has a lot of heart. A lot of people still don't give him credit. And when he beats Errol Spence, they still won't give him credit. They give Errol Spence more credit than Kell Brook. And Errol Spence have fought no one but Chris Algieri. How in the world does that happen? In what world does this happen? Kell Brook was trying to fight the Keith Thurmans, the Mayweathers, people that's going to bring in money. He's fighting big fights. So yes, Errol Spence, why would he get excited to fight Errol Spence Jr.? Errol Spence Jr. is just an internet name. That's it. He's basically made his name off the internet. He gave Mayweather a black eye. Floyd Mayweather said he's great. Now everybody, oh, Errol Spence is great. And Errol is great. Now don't get me wrong. Errol, I know what they see. I've seen Errol spar. He is the truth. Now don't get me wrong. Errol is good. He's by far good. Errol hits hard fighting guys he's stronger than. He's fought Chris Algieri. He's going to be stronger than him. Every fight he's been in, the guys, he was stronger than them. He was bigger and stronger than these guys. They were slow Mexican guys. How? It's not hating, Prince Emil. It's telling the truth. You might just can't swallow the pill, but it's the truth. Errol's fought slow, flat-footed Mexican guys. They just gave him a steady diet of those guys, and then they gave him Chris Algieri, a guy who's a kickboxer, who went down like 16 times against Manny Pacquiao. Listen, Chris Algieri is a great guy, but he's still learning. Errol Spence beats him so easily, and everybody's like, oh, wow, Errol's the greatest ever. And I'm like, I don't get it. But Errol is the truth. He can box. No problem. No, you will get no argument with me there. He is good. He's just not ready to fight Kell Brook at this time. And you're going to see that. Because when you see Kell Brook and them fight, boom, and they get in there together, you're going to say, man, Kell Brook is a beast. I didn't know he was that strong, even though he beat Sean Porter, another guy y'all praise, but he beat him. He fought Triple G and hurt Triple G. He knocked Triple G off his feet with an uppercut. And he's a welterweight. I think he's a little bit stronger than Errol Spence. And when Errol has to face a guy that's stronger than him, we're going to see what happened. Because Errol didn't look good in the Olympics when it got hot. Y'all forget, he didn't win the gold medal. Brook better not get hit. No, Spence better not get hit. Brook can get hit. When have you seen Kell Brook knocked down? He just got out of the ring with Triple G. Triple G didn't even knock him down. He wasn't even dazed. He got his orbital bone broke, so he saw 3 guys. So that's when your orbital bone gets broken and you seeing 3 people, you can't really gauge where the punches are coming from. So that's why he kept his glove up here trying to block out the vision of one of the guys. You guys have a lot to learn. And I can't wait. Only thing that's going to educate y'all is the actual fight itself. But breaking down the styles, Fonfara style being a lefty, southpaw, 2 southpaws fighting each other. It's all going to be about the big left hand. Chad, I haven't really seen in action. I don't know if he has any stronger like upper body movement or any slickness to him. So I don't think Chad's going to be able to pull that one off. I really don't. I think it's done for him. I mean, boxing decisions, no, I just pick a lot of underdogs. I pick a lot of underdogs. I don't just pick the conventional fight. I pick the guy who I think should win the fight. I take risks. Y'all don't take the risk. I could just easily pick the favorite. So So that's the difference. I mean, the house can say this guy's gonna win, but if I'm rooting for a guy, I'm like, I'm rooting for him to beat the house. Oh, you must have just got here. I got Keith Thurman stopping Danny Garcia in the late rounds, maybe the 10th round. He stops Danny Garcia. It's either TKO. I want Bellew to win, but I think David Haye's gonna win a decision. I know you can never count Danny Garcia out. This is the only fight I've never picked Danny Garcia. I picked Danny Garcia against Amir Khan. I picked him in every fight. Against Lucas Matisse, I'm the only one who was saying Danny Garcia is going to beat him. Danny Garcia is going to beat Lucas Matisse. And y'all was, Matisse can't be stopped. He's a machine. What's going on, Candy? You was here for the last live chat. For the David Haye. We have a David Haye live chat up too. We doing like 10 videos today. I mean, my gosh, every time I turn around, I'm in a new video. I'm like, I'm trying to get away from something. I don't want no more news. Everything just stopped. I'm supposed to be out at my buddy's house at the strip club. Y'all done messed me all up. You rolling with Keith Thurman? All right. I'm a star, Candy. Oh, Triple G by homicide. I think Danny Jacobs is out within the first 6 rounds. I'm too grown for prank calls. Danny Jacobs is very overrated, but he's a cancer story, so, you know, they can sell it. Mayweather won't get in the ring with Keith Thurman. Keith is far too big for him. I would take Wilder because he has more of a one-punch power knockout than the rest of these guys. Even though he's not as educated as Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is more boxing educated than Deontay Wilder. If Deontay catch him with that one-punch shot, he'll drop him. He will drop Johnson, and there's no recovery. Triple G fights Andre Ward again. Triple G would lose very badly. He will be outboxed. He'll keep coming forward. His chin is too much in the air. Ward can catch him a lot easier than he can catch Kovalev. Kovalev fights a long fight. He's got a lot of upper body movement. It's a little rougher of a fight to deal with if you're Andre Ward than fighting Triple G, who telegraphs everything he throws. You can see it coming. He doesn't care because he knows that he's the strongest guy in the ring. Cotto will still be fighting Kirkland. They're just going to push it back. They don't want to lose that fight. They don't want to lose the momentum of it. Broner, he headlined the pay-per-view, didn't he? I don't know. Maybe that fight wasn't on pay-per-view with Madonna. Maybe it was regular Showtime. I don't know. The thing with Adrian Broner is he's not a welterweight. He's really a 140 fighter, and he can't make 140 no more. And he's gonna be a man without a division because he's gonna have to fight small welterweights, and I don't know where they're gonna go. That's right. I got a big nose to breathe up all the white man air. That's right. Okay. Broner should be fighting Danny Garcia. I would love to see Danny Garcia fight Adrian Broner. But Heyman don't want to put his big guys on the same thing. Oh no, I didn't do Oskino dirty. Oskino, me and him, like, we cool. Like, I understand he trying to make it on YouTube and do his thing, and I really was doing that to help him out. Like, I'm giving him the attention that he wanted. He needs it. See, you don't understand. A lot of people want me to mention them in the videos. I don't think Meek does, but sometimes I think he does. Woodley beat him the first time. Woodley's gonna beat him every time. He had one good round, really, where Woodley punched himself out and thinking they was finna stop the fight. Oh yeah, with the appetizers. Yeah, I think he finna slow down with the appetizers. Meek can't stay out of his own way, man. I mean, he's his own kryptonite. Think, everything that happened to Meek Mill, what happened? He's done it to himself. Nobody else has done it for him. How do you blow $100 million check? How do you blow that to go get some rat you got to pay for? You had a chick paying for you. Now you got to go pay for a chick. Chick worth $100 million. Now you got a chick that ain't worth 100 million pesos. Chick that could fly you anywhere around the globe, took you on a world tour, gave you $4 million. And now you got a chick that's on Link. And that's Meek Mill's story. So, what did you think? I saw the weigh-in today, and I thought Danny Garcia was like, he was too hyped. He was trying to convince himself. He was all in his face. You never see that out of Danny Garcia. You never see that. He's all in Keith Thurman face. Got the beard going. He's really trying to psych himself up to get all excited, to go at it with Keith Thurman. You know, he's trying to mentally get himself all gassed. It's not a good move. But I gotta go meet up with my homies at the strip club. Y'all welcome to come with me. Y'all got me late. I don't know where my house key is. Okay, I found it. Gotta return these movies back to the video stuff. This Warcraft is crazy. Oh no, please. I got strip club money. I don't go past that. I don't go past that. That limit. It's like, dance for your dollar. Dance for your dollar, girl. Dance for your dollar. That's right. I don't stream nothing. I'm old school. That's why I don't be having these viruses on my phone. Man, this movie Warcraft is, I don't know what the critics talking about. This movie is fire. This dude trying to sleep with this green chick. I'm like, she just came from another planet and you trying to bang that green chick? My God. She just got there. And she green. Yeah, they made Logan for you comic book fans. They made it just the way y'all would like it. Yeah, then I got another movie called Captain Fantastic. It's pretty informative. Yeah, I'm gonna review it right after I come back from the strip club. But yeah, I've seen that movie. I don't know why you weren't feeling Warcraft. That movie was hardcore. Y'all love Bleed for This. Bleed for This was great. I saw Get Out and I got out. And I came right home and I locked my doors and I blocked myself in away from all white people for 48 hours. I couldn't be around them. That movie scared me to death. Well, see where I'm at is 8:15. Strip clubs are open till 4 in the morning. I don't stay out all night. What you want to do? Stay till it closes when bullets start flying? For some reason, people come out of stuff when it closes, like the clubs and strip clubs. Like, yeah, that was great. Now I want to shoot somebody. Pow, 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 pow. I'll be like. I don't know why in the world people stay when stuff closed. That's exactly when people get shot. You never hear nobody getting shot at 10 o'clock leaving the club. It's always the club let out and then they're sold at the gunshots. It's like, where did they get these guns so fast? Hurricane Chris for talking about a gay rapper. He must be talking about somebody that was his boyfriend. Because if you talking about Hurricane Chris, everybody's been like, where has he been? That's where he's been. He's been bending over. What about 22/7? I don't think anybody want to see what Hurricane Chris look like. He's probably somewhere doped out of his mind, doing sex for drugs, and somebody ain't finna give him no money, so he's finna try to air him out. Fox trying to be relevant, of course. What else she gonna do? She don't know any better. She found a way she can make $5, so she gonna go for it. If she mentioned Jay-Z name another time in that freestyle, I'm like, my goodness, you're using the beat. Yes, you keep mentioning Jay. I know Jay gonna be like, I heard my name more than Remy in the whole song. This ain't got nothing to do with Jay. LeBron James just blew a 20-point lead. You don't need to see me spit out of a window. So, now you get to play GM. What fight would you put Danny Garcia or the winner in? If Keith Thurman win, who you want to see them fight next? Ah, that would be interesting. The Spencer. That's what's up. I would like to see that too. Keith Thurman versus Triple G. I mean, that's not bad. I would see that. Even though Keith is more like a 160, barely getting to 160 type of fighter, where Triple G's more of a 168 guy that's fighting at middleweight. Well, John Doe, Manny Pacquiao's gonna win because Amir Khan is just in it for the money, and he has no chin. After 4 rounds, he will get sloppy, he will get caught, and he will go down. Amir Khan is a smaller version of David Haye. These guys are frauds. That's why they stay out of the ring and avoid big fights that they know they're going to get hurt in. And the people that handle them just want to make as many dollars off of them as possible and try to recoup some of the money that they'd invested, wasting their time investing into them. I can't think of a big fight Amir Khan has won. That much credit. He has done more than David Haye. It's like wet tissue. If you touch him on it, he's going down. He don't have like a getting knocked down type of thing where he's just like, oh, he's off balance, he falls down. His whole body shuts off. Like when you hit the Amir Khan, it's like pressing a button, boop, and everything just stops on the machine and the machine just fall. That's Amir Khan. As soon as you touch him, he just drop right to the floor. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I hate all these cars on the road. That's why I don't like going out right now. If this wasn't for my buddy, I would not be going out. My Friday night should not be like this. You can punch a hole through Amir Khan's chin. I hate traffic. I won't go someplace because of traffic. If traffic is bad, if I had plans to go somewhere, sometimes I'll call me like, man, I ain't going. I cannot deal with traffic. I'll be like, man, I ain't wrestling with this traffic today, man. I'll just do it tomorrow. Unless it's something I have to be at, I can't deal with traffic, man. Stay here while I deliver these movies. I'll be right back. And your boy's back. Just that quick. Straight off the hip. It is like the Indy 500 right here. I don't understand it. Cars see you coming, they just slow down. It's like, we need you to get out the way so that we can go and get in the lane. Stupid people. Learn how to drive. Who was with me that time? Was y'all watching it when I took y'all to Michael Jordan crib? On the last podcast we did? On the last live chat? Who was here? So, for all you guys who just got here and didn't miss that, you should go back and watch that video. I'm me. You're right about that. I forgot, since I dropped the video off, I need to incorporate putting this on. My buddy just texted me, what should I wear to the strip club? Dude, what are you getting dressed up to go to the strip club for? The stripper don't care what you look like. The stripper I ain't never seen a stripper say, you know what, he ain't cutting it for me. That's crazy. Yeah, I told you LeBron blew a 20-point lead. They watching the game right now, trying to wait till the game finished. LeBron just blew a 20-point lead. See, now everybody gonna want me to make a video, and I ain't around to make no video. I got Canelo beating Chavez, but Chavez is going to fight because this is his father's reputation on the line. Canelo is the only threat to his father's reputation in Mexico, and his father wants this fight more than anything because he doesn't like the fact of anybody challenging his legacy, Chavez Sr. And Canelo has a lot of power and influence in Mexico, and they don't like it. So he needs his son to beat Canelo, or at least beat him up or make it close. His son better fight. And that's why I think this is the fight he will make the weight. Plus, if he don't make weight, it's $1 million per pound. They can get Boogie if they want to pay $200 million to get Boogie. Oh, Fat Master Stank. Yeah, you hear him today talking about Tupac? Hit him up is trash. Somebody should have punched him right in the face when he was saying that. Punched him right in his mouth. And then that Joey badass guy, I don't like him either. You know, my thing is, that's like somebody coming out saying, yeah, I rap better than Biggie. They just doing it to try to get headlines and attention. You know, and it's like, dude, come on, man. The dude ain't alive and don't know who you are and wouldn't have known who you are. And you definitely wouldn't have got a chance to say that to him when he was alive. That's why I didn't even make a video on it. I'm like, I don't want to give that clown no shine. I don't want to give him no light on what he's trying to do. Nope, Kanye West got a new album out too. Nobody heard it. Hey, what's up? I need change for 100. I need singles.
You need singles?
How many? Let me set my phone there.
It's going to be 101.
Right. I gotta pay $1 to get some. When y'all could have just gave me back $99. Yeah, there you go. Russia in the house. Thank you. Now we are ready for the strip club. And this is all they get. And they not finna get all of this. Y'all have a good night. I would not give him an extension. He can't stay healthy. Whoa, what was that?
Fuck Nicki Minaj.
Are you dumb? You a pink
Whoa!
diamond chicken with chain. Are you dumb? You gotta let it.
That just popped on. Man, my car just kicked that right off of me. Thanks, car, but I didn't need that. Okay. I am going past the west side. But yeah, well, like I told people, I talked to Wack about what he was saying about Tupac also. Me and Wack had a good conversation, and then he explained his position. And a lot of y'all who probably heard about what Wack was saying about Tupac, it was the aggressive tone he is, but you gotta understand, Wack is from the streets, okay? And when you from the streets, it's a whole different reality that you're used to seeing, that most people don't see. They're in there warring and stuff. He wasn't rapping or entertaining. Wack was out there taking care of business. Now, what he was saying to the person who was the Tupac fanatic, who was trying to tell him as if Tupac was really like running the MOB and, you know, he was heavyweighting out in the streets. And he was like, look, Pac wasn't doing that out there. He wasn't out here like that. So that wasn't what he was talking about. He was trying to say Tupac was great as an artist, but look, on the streets thing, he wasn't holding it down like that. You know, he was just doing it aggressively, so it looked like he was just attacking Tupac. But what he was saying was Tupac on the rap thing, yeah, no, he ain't talking about that. He talking about the streets. He's like, on the streets, he wasn't out there doing that. He was an artist. He wasn't no street gangster like that. But I told Wack it was unnecessary to even try to explain that to somebody who don't understand anyway. Like, they not from that world, they not from that life, they're not gonna understand it. So it's not even necessary to keep that argument going, because all this gonna do is make you look bad in the end. It's gonna have you out there in a negative light, and you just came from a movie that you was invited to about this man's life. You know what I'm saying? So it looks crazy. So he deleted those comments, but it's still some out there. We talk on his Instagram page where everybody can see, and then we talk in the DM. Well, you know, you got Tupac fans, and then you got delusional Tupac fans. Like, they got Tupac blankets, you know, the pillows, and anything Pac did is the greatest of all time. You know, All Eyes on Me is the greatest album ever made. You know, you get that kind of stuff and that kind of talk all the time. I wouldn't say Ice Cube is better than Tupac. Death Certificate was the one. He had better albums than Tupac. Death Certificate album was better. Was a better record. But back to boxing, I think it's time for Keith Thurman to move up to 154, actually. Because most of these welterweights, after the Kell Brook fight, they might well fight that fight at 154. I mean, seriously, they might as well do it, because what's the point? Death Certificate, and it takes $1 million to hold us back with Hank Shockey and, you know, Hank them doing the beats, the brothers. He did both albums. You're talking to two of the best albums in hip-hop history. And Run DMC kept rap alive when rap was at its lowest point, and Run DMC broke the barrier to get them out the slumps, to keep the record companies from trying to fold rap up. Rap was being looked at as a fad until Run DMC came out with Walk This Way. Once Walk This Way came out on the Raising Hell album and crossed the Run DMC over into the pop star thing, then they was like, well, rap ain't that bad. So rap, that song helped save hip hop. I mean, hip hop was good, but I mean, it helped it go from some cool thing to a really cool thing. You know how much Run DMC made off their first album? They made $25,000 off their first album. I'm the king of rock. There is none higher to burn my kingdom. You must use fire and I won't stop rocking to $25,000. 3 dudes got to split $25,000. But it was the coolest thing ever because you got paid for doing shows. That's how you kept your money. You made your money on the shows. So you could do a show and get paid like, hey, yo, here's a show. We're going to pay the group $5,000 for the show on 12, like $2,000, 25, but mostly it was $5,000 for the artist. And then, like, if it's a big show, they get $10,000 for the whole show. That's what they used to get paid. That was like, man, 3 songs, $10,000. You was making it. Well, Russell was. Run didn't get involved in like drugs until they got big. Like once they blew up on Raising Hell, Run got heavy with the dust blunts and doing coke, and he was so coked out of his mind. Weed, coke, everything, man. And he was just drinking himself to death. But Run DMC was messing up big time during that time. And when they made, I mean, that whole album was made off coke. Tougher Than Leather was the coke album. They were doing that. They were doing a movie. They were on Rolling Stone. They had everything. Run DMC was the king of rock. They were everywhere. Everybody loved Run DMC. Run DMC, I mean, go watch the video Mary Mary. If they have that video, Ron was so coked out of his mind in that video. They didn't even know if he was gonna do the video. He was so out of control. If you watch the video, you will see how coked out Ron is in the video. Now, I ain't going to bang no strippers. I don't need to do that. I'm going here for the support of my buddy. That's it. I could believe that. If Nikki was doing blow, yeah, I could believe that. Everything about her says she does. Nikki is she's a A-list groupie. Just like the song said. I told you that before. She screwed up her whole career and didn't care about money. She just wanted the fame. She could have got a better deal than what she got, but she didn't care. She just wanted to be signed with them because they was hot. Lil Wayne was the hottest thing out at the time, and she wanted to get with them. She's the girls from the Bricks video. A lot of these women have very low self-esteem, and of course a lot of these rappers have it. But Nikki is a person that is influenced by stardom. She's not influenced by money, she's influenced by stardom. She wants to be a star very badly. That she would do things that she can easily be talked into things. If Matthew McConaughey is like, I want Nicki Minaj here right now in my house, she'd be like, Matthew McConaughey? Oh my God, as many records as she sold and as much money she has, her eyes would light up and she'll be right at his doorstep. Because that's Nicki Minaj, man. That's what Nikki do. Yes, she's that big of a groupie. She was told not to kiss Nas, and she kissed Nas anyway. She was not finna kiss Nas. They were supposed to hug and stuff, and she went in and kissed all Nas, and she was a groupie all over Nas. In that video. Go and watch the video. She wasn't supposed to kiss Nas. She decided she wanted to kiss Nas because she's a groupie. She was all over Floyd Mayweather because she's a groupie. This back, she was broke, Nikki. She was really broke then. She made all her money not from music. She made it from endorsements. And all these other companies paying her money to wear their clothes and everything. That's where she made her money at. Okay, Benz Life, we got you down. You talking about Danny Swift Garcia's gonna knock out Keith Thurman? What round do you got that happening in? What happened to your sisters? What sisters? Danny Garcia gonna win in the 10. Maybe sooner. Oh, wow. Y'all must have just got here. Because Keith Thurman gonna win this by TKO in the 10th round. Danny's face is gonna be so broken up. Danny's no punk, he's just too small. Danny Garcia is not bigger than Keith Thurman. Danny Garcia and Adrian Broner are not friends. It doesn't, Anthony. That's your imagination. I'll do a review for the movie Logan when I get back. I've done so many videos today, you would have to catch the timeline to get caught up. There's way too many videos I put out today, including this one. Berto and Porter would not be a good fight at all. It's going to be a mauling fight in which Sean Porter would overpower Adrian Broner, and who was he fighting? Andre Berto, same guy. And he's gonna get knocked out. Berto will be knocked out in probably 3 to 4 rounds. Berto is too small to fight Sean Porter. Yep, you're right. He's gonna get tackled for a loss in 3 rounds. Well, thank you. I did like that upload. Yo, it's not the cheap phone. Once again, I keep telling you. We're in a bad area. But they fed Sean Porter a nice diet of small welterweights. Every time he faced a welterweight that's his size, he lose. He fought Kell Brook, he fought Keith Thurman. Those are his 2 losses. Why? Because they're his size. He can't bull rush them over, and look what happened. What in the world did we just walk over? We were talking about Sean Porter. How many of y'all think Adrian Broner won that last fight? Oh, me, I'm headed to the heart of the city of Chicago. It's a long drive. That's why nobody pop up in my house. Because my house is a long drive. I live north like Superman. I told y'all I live in the woods. That's why ain't nobody coming for me. They got to pay all that gas. Ain't nobody finna do all that driving. Yeah, but now I'm finna go in the heart of the city at night. Of course I need some rest. You see how many videos I put out in the last 24 hours? I got like 12 videos out in the last 24 hours. So if it look like I need some sleep, that's because I need some sleep. I hope you guys have watched all of them. Did y'all see the video when I did all the impressions? Which one was your favorite impression off that video? I didn't do Suge Knight impression on that video. Oh yeah, that's right, the Joe Budden one. The Drake one. John Kingston. Cause my eye might fall out, yeah. None of this stuff was scripted. That's the thing people don't know. People think like I was following a script. I had a video I did a long time ago like that with impressions. Garcia does impressions. People don't even remember that. That was like 2 years ago. I did like Macho Man, I did Shaq, I did a whole lot of. I think I did LL on the last one. Well, people remember Macho Man because I recently done Macho Man voice like 2 times. Those are the first voices I've ever done because I used to watch wrestling like 24/7. Every time wrestling come on every weekend, I would not miss wrestling. My uncle would have me watching wrestling with him, and he ain't there, I'm still watching wrestling. Me and him both caught up on the show. Oh no, see, y'all way off track. This way before The Rock. Y'all too young. We talking old Ric Flair days. We talking NWA, WCW, AWA, Vern Gagne, Greg Gagne, Wahoo McDaniels. Terry Bam Bam Gordy. You know, people like that. Oh yeah, with the I did have some paper in my mouth to make them fake teeth. That Fat Master Stank be having. Kurt Hennig and then his dad, they used to always wrestle against the Gagnes. They were from AWA. Yep, and that wasn't even scripted too, Kahari. Seems like I'm in Germany. The way people driving out here. I'm gonna do a movie review for this movie called Collide. Dino Bravo. Man, the drug dealers told Dino Bravo up, boy. They told him up. Them drug dealers was not playing with him. Why you say that? Why I say Puffy did something to me? I don't got no problems with Diddy. Man, I done wrote 3 movies and got my movie ripped off by Universal. what they turned the movie into? My script? They turned the movie into Cellier. It's a movie called Cellier. I saw Get Out once, and I did just that. I got out. I got away from all white people and ran in my house. Bad News Brown. That was a good guy. Ain't no white people. The movie, if you saw the movie Get Out, you wouldn't even ask that question. The people who saw the movie, they laughing because they know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody black was running out of the movie theater. Why you think that movie's #1 on Rotten Tomatoes? That movie is powerful. I know you ain't seen the movie. That's why I said that. If you saw the movie, you would have been running right out of the movie theater. Every black man alive was running out. If you a black guy dating a white girl and you went to go see that movie, woo, I feel sorry for you on the ride home. Because I know you going to want to leave her right in that movie theater. The movie is based on this, Mr. Johnson. The movie's based on this interracial couple. And this girl is taking her black boyfriend to go meet her parents, and she didn't tell her parents that her boyfriend is black. So they go out to meet the parents, and they find out the parents are very weird people. The black people there are acting very weird. The mom is a hypnotist. And she ends up hypnotizing the black boyfriend to get him to quit smoking. But it goes a lot deeper than that. And all the black people there seem to be different. Once they get to the suburb area, they all don't talk like themselves. They don't act like themselves. They've been changed. So you find out why as this movie continues. And it scares the life out of you. So if you black, this is terrifying for you. But I'm not gonna spoil the movie like people in the chat room is trying to spoil the movie for you. I just set the movie up for you so you can go see it for yourself. People in the chat room, they have no chill whatsoever. They just over here just spoiling the entire film. There's never been a movie script like it because Hollywood is not brave enough to put it out. So leave it for a black guy who's married to a white woman to put this out. Okay, he's biracial, whatever you want to call him. No, it's funny because his wife is going around telling her family that it's about them and it's not. And she's like, I don't want him. She's like, but his wife is a comedian. And that actor that played the black guy, he's from the UK. He doesn't even talk like that in real life. If you hear him talk, you're like, whoa, he's got the UK accent. And you couldn't even tell if you watched the movie. You think he was actually just from New York. That shows you how well those UK guys can act. They had the American accent down. Yep, and he's gonna be in the new Black Panther movie too, so that's the next movie you might see of him. That Richard Pryor movie, when are we gonna see it? I haven't seen a preview for it. I don't know if he's been working on it or what. Jamie Foxx is finna play Marvin Gaye now, so they might as well just get him to play all the black R&B legends of the past. It's gonna be played by Jamie Foxx. Well, now that I'm entering the city, you know how long I've been driving? And I'm just now entering the city. Somebody told me to come to the west side. Guess where I'm at? The west side. I won't be going to the Wild Hunters today. That is out of the question. You know, I used to go visit the camps, you know? And I could see that happening where Danny Garcia could pull it off. Get Mr. Davis. Who is Get Mr. Davis? Am I the black guy from Get Out? No. That's what's funny to me. You know what's funny? People will say to Papoose, man, Papoose is whack. Papoose ain't all that. Then Remy will put something out and then they be like, man, that was dope. But Papoose wrote that. You can tell Papoose wrote that. I'll be like, what? You just said he was whack. When I said Pat was one of the top 5 battle rappers in the world, everybody got on me. Papoose, man, Papoose ain't colder than such and such. Papoose is there, man, Pap ain't all that. Next thing you know, Pap is whack, Pap is this and that, Pac can't do this. Remy come out with a song, y'all love it, and talking about how dope it is and all these bars, then y'all want to give credit to Pap. Unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. Okay, we're now leaving the area of the west side. That's crazy because I got to come out this way in a couple of days. I know y'all tired of seeing my face, so I'm going to show you the city. And what you're seeing is we're going off the west side, and now we're headed downtown. Well, I'm behind a stupid car. A really stupid car. Who just want to sit here and sightsee all day. Yeah, stupid man. And now I'm in unnecessary traffic. Almost 10 o'clock at night and still traffic. Did the Bulls play or something tonight? I don't care if it's Friday. I know what day it is. Still, they ain't supposed to be out here like this. I just don't know why we've stopped. It don't even make sense. There's too many lanes. Where could everybody be going? Well, I needed not to be alive tonight. I needed to be calm. I feel like turning around and going back home. But I think I done just drove too far to turn around and go back. Yeah, I've been to Oakland. I've been to the Bay. I ain't been there in a while. My cousin still live there though. He stay over there by Draymond. They both from Saginaw. Yeah, he need to be slapped. Talking about Colin Kaepernick not voting. Who cares about him not voting? Sick and nasty now. Now what you are seeing is downtown Chicago. Come on. You cannot be serious. The United Center. I swear, did the Bulls play tonight? See, traffic normally breaks up once you get past downtown. That seems to happen in every city you in. Once you get past downtown, traffic breaks. Now all these people is gonna start to get real small, because when that used to be the world's tallest building. Used to be Sears Tower. You're looking at some of the roads that was used in the Batman movie, The Dark Knight and Batman Begins. Not the last one. Not the one with Bane. Get over here. Pieces. Victory has defeated you. Pieces cost you your strength. Taking this plane with no survivors. Here's where we split up. This is where all the controversy takes place. It's when people going to west, south, east, north. Once you committed to this road here, it is a commitment to the bowels of hell. You are committed to going to the south side of Chicago, where it's gonna get real crazy. The longer you stay on this path, the more dangerous things become. Y'all, I always try to be safe. Everywhere I go. Drive through Inglewood. What for? Inglewood is very large. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all think it's like a couple of blocks. Inglewood is miles and miles of area. So it's very vast. There are very bad areas in Inglewood. There's parts of Inglewood that you don't see any violence in. But the news just categorize everything as Inglewood. See? What I tell you? When you come this way, it's less and less cars. Now you can do what you want to do. And now, welcome to the South Side. How do you know you on the south side? Because as soon as you hit it, one of the first things you're going to see is White Sox Park. See? White Sox Park. Over there is where Mayor Daley's from, and it's like a lot of rich white people on the other side of 35th Street. And right across from it is where all the blacks and people used to be, all the poor people. See, there it is, the White Sox Stadium. There's the little banner above, says Chicago White Sox. But who cares about the White Sox? Cubs all day. And the buildings used to be right here, those big project buildings, they tore them all down. Gentrification! Where I grew up, yeah. Yep, your boy's going to the heart of the South Side, which is the heart of the city. That's 43rd Street, 79th and 9. We going deep, 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 deep in the city. Well, the Cubs are the North Siders, which means rich, stuck-up, snobby white people. That's what they mean. And that's what it's mostly surrounded by. White Sox are normally surrounded by Mexicans and poor blacks and some rich people over there in Bridgeport. Their fans have always been divided. They always fight. Me, I don't see a point in it. This is Inglewood side. You can go down there, you can go, that's 55th, that's the courthouse. When you get arrested, you go there. When you get caught in the woods on 67th, 63rd, Garfield, all the way down that way, you pass Motown. Not going to 64th. I have no reason to go to 64th. It's definitely not the time to go to 64th. Oh, we passed Cook County Jail. Good old 63rd Street. The 6th train. Rest in peace, Stack Bundles. Oh, Benji, my father was writing a story about that. He wanted to write the story about Benji. When Benji died, we was kids. When Benji died, we was like in 7th grade, 6th, 7th grade. You know, that was like the 80s when people did not get shot. So that was unheard of. There's the 9 coming right up, 79th Street. It's called the 9. So that's something you need to know. If you come to Chicago, say if they say we was on the 9, you know they was on 79th Street. It's a beautiful city. It's a very beautiful city. It's a very big city. Yeah, Berto versus Porter. We talked about it for a minute. Old city, what city is young? Well, Dubai is popping because it's turning into the United States. Pretty soon in Dubai, you're going to be able to use U.S. currency. Dubai is like, you got an okay to party and kick it and do everything like the U.S. There's a few rules, but it's a lot looser. They do that everywhere. You ever hear of John McAfee? One of the most dangerous men in the world that comes up with the McGee, whatever security system for your internet. That billionaire? Yes, the fugitive. He's not a fugitive no more. He actually came back home, ran for politicians and states. Had somebody murked. The guy is crazy. But he has so much money, they can't do nothing about him. Yep. He used to pay all these women to doodle on his face, in his mouth and everything. He never had sex with these women. So, all these fine women in Belize, he'll just have them doodling in his mouth. They need money, they poor. So he had like 18 girls all surrounding him, all Belizean women, all doodling in his mouth. He would just cut a hole out and just had them doodle right in his mouth. Bet y'all didn't know that. Super rich and super weird go hand in hand. He has so many people killed in Belize. You have no idea. Then he got into it. The reason why he had the other guy killed next door, because the guy poisoned his dogs. He had his dogs running loose out there next door on the beach, and the other guy was kind of rich too. So you got two rich guys going at it, but John McAfee is a gangster. He's not somebody to mess with. That dude's a gangster. So he paid one of his Belizean hitmen to go over there and take care of the situation. And they end up killing the neighbor. Shalom, my good people. Man, we've been doing this for 2 hours, y'all. You right, I'm tired. Now I'm here, I'm tired. All the driving and got me wore out. And I gotta do this going back. People don't know what I go through. I had to do all this just to get out here. Oh, I always go to sleep in the strip club. They put me in a room where I could just sleep. I've done that plenty of times. Oh, don't forget to watch the Rope-A-Dope Radio Show, man. Go to blogtalk.com and go to Rope-A-Dope Radio. And then you'll hear all the boxing predictions and get like 3-0, 3-1-0 and everybody else prediction. Ah, man, here come the cops. Here come the fuzz. Oh man, I'm just thinking about a hood story right now. I just passed this place. That was complete hood story material. I'll say that one. That's pretty interesting. That's more like a super bad one. And it led to that street right over there. Okay. My buddy has a mansion. Shh. So I have to dip in the mansion. Quiet in the hood. Shh. Too quiet.
It's just